So if we don't have to count the 6 in the box and we don't have to count the 2 corners, 6 plus 2 is 8, that leaves 3 defenders left that we look at to identify the triangle. Okay, there's 3 points to a triangle. Certainly not every time there is a triangle. Just visually looking at it. But what we do know is that these 3 human beings, the boundary free safety or strong safety, however you look at them, the field, strong safety or free safety, however you look at them, and then I refer to as the third player as the nickel spur. Okay, it used to be the 4-3 sandback when everyone was pounding the ball in I-Pro. Now we've taken that human being off the field and we've put in a 5th defensive back, more of a defensive back type human being that becomes that 5th defensive back, and we call him the nickel spur. These 3 human beings make up what we constitute as the triangle, and the triangle is what I look at as a play caller and what I teach my quarterback, regardless of personnel, regardless of formation, as to where is the 7th player coming from in an 11 personnel look, or the 6th and a 10, or the 8th and a 12. Where's that human being coming from? Who's the primary run support? And let's make sure we're putting the ball away from him. All right? And then we're going to attack the particular angles, okay? So, very quickly, if it's a too high look like we discussed, the play call should be in here. Power, right? Counter. Put the H over here. I like pulling the H. Inside zone. We could have split zone. All those could be going this direction. If the corners are your primary run support guys, the ball should be going north. If this football player were to roll weak and this football player were to roll to the middle, let me draw it for you, starting to look like John Madden. This football player should, by rule, be on the outside half of that slot. Okay, he should not allow a free vertical release. He should not allow a free flat release because of the location of his other 2 help players. If he is not, and he is in the box, they are playing you 8-on-6, and you're going to have to get rid of the ball on the perimeter, okay? If he's in his alignment, what we tell our guys is, if it rolls weak, that means it's 2-on-1 over the boundary X. It's 7-on-6 here in the core, and it's 2-on-2 over here to the field. We need to be running the ball this direction or throwing one of these tags that we have if the play call was called into the boundary. And then finally, if the nickel spur were to line up in the core and the 2 safeties were to spin strong, same concept, other direction. Whatever play we've called in here, if the play call was called in this direction, we're going to be short. Our offensive linemen, our H-back, are going to block the guys that are responsible for those 6 gaps. The 7th guy in the box now, this nickel spur, is an issue. If we're running the ball away, we feel good about that issue. We feel good running into this open space. If the play call is at the nickel spur, that's not good. And therefore, we need to work the tags. Again, the math behind it would be, we have a 3-on-2 to the field. We have a 7-on-6 here into the core. And we have a 1-on-1 here to the boundary. Therefore, the ball would want to go that direction. I know this is a lot on this board. We have attached on this lesson an Excel spreadsheet that hopefully can help. And certainly, if you go to our website, if you go to our Twitter account, you can track down my cell phone number and my email address, and we can talk at length about this if this is something that interests you. Finally, once you have determined